We're in Lenasia, Johannesburg South, where the Department of Transport is conducting a surprise raid. Now this on various scholar transport vehicles without any discrimination. We've seen over 60 vehicles impounded. In addition to this, we've witnessed 2 arrests, namely one containing 28 learners in a 14-seater scholar transport vehicle and the other containing around about 23 in a 7-seater scholar transport vehicle. Now the department says it's ramping up its efforts in curbing, of course, the illegality surrounding scholar transport vehicles. This on the back of a tragic accident in Van der Bijl Park which claimed the lives of 12 children. The Department of Basic Education has also joined efforts in an attempt to mitigate some of these fatalities by saying that it's going to introduce stringent regulations that aim to curb the fatalities.
It's now 60 that we've impounded, 60 vehicles. So firstly, it's because some of them are not roadworthy. The second reason is that some of them do not meet the permitting criteria that I have outlined, and that the operators have expired permits or expired public driver permits. Because anyone who transports passengers is required to have a special driving license that has to be renewed every 2 years, unlike those of us who renew our licenses once in 5 years. And the third reason that we are impounding vehicles and arresting operators is overloading, because it is extremely dangerous to pack children into vehicles in an overloaded manner. But what I can say to you is that driver behavior, reckless driver behavior, was a factor in that accident. And that is why I believe it's important to introduce regulatory change so that those who drive scholar transport vehicles must undergo an advanced driving program. Because if you are driving alone, we wouldn't want you to drive recklessly. But if you are driving other people's precious children, it is absolutely mandatory that you drive responsibly and that you obey the rules of the road.
As a department, we will commit to our side with regard, for instance, the contracts, which is something that our schools know. It's all about enforcing and ensuring that we remind them that every child that gets brought to school, they need to know who's bringing the child. So those particular aspects, we are going to keep that database on our side. We're going to make sure that we comply fully and we're able to be held accountable in that regard. But what I want to also appeal is the decisiveness from the law enforcement agencies. I said to my colleague, Minister of Transport, that I'd rather have my children arrive late and safe than early or otherwise, or not arrive at all, rather. So that is my view on the matter. I know today our children are going to be late for school, but it's okay because we know that they are safe. We know that in future they'll arrive at school safe and arrive at home safe. And for me, that's more important than any. So these operations, I'm quite happy with them and I want them to continue to happen. I even said to my colleague, even the public scholar transport buses, pull it off. Let those people those service providers be held accountable and so on. So it's important that the safety of our children continues to be prioritized at all times.
But for now, scholar transport is under the spotlight, and negatively so. Monke Ziko Go, Eyewitness News, Lenasia in Johannesburg South.